Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding.
Hello and welcome back to Shinelikeadiamond.initiative with me, Priscilla Gillespie. We are back again, still on this subject that we're going to continue going on and trying to share ideas, knowledge and any opinions actually that you might have for this initiative, so we can continue to empower these children and give them a voice so that they can be heard. So we have a question with a lady called Sister Waithera. Sister Waithera is in Limerick, Cheshire Homes Administration. I would like to share something about this administration. I went to Cheshire Home, which is in Limuru, and they are doing amazing work. They have set up an institution where they are literally empowering these children. They are doing things like tailoring, they are doing baking, they are doing carpentry, and some of these work, I went to the workshop and they are doing amazing work. The only thing, of course, is they have, I think, 4 years worth where they train these children and actually give them ammunition to have a better life, to live their potential. But sometimes you find parents are struggling to be able to set up a business to save for these children after. So there's a lot that needs to be done in terms of work. There is a lot of financial assistance that is needed, because you cannot give somebody, basically, when they know, when they're doing something, they're so good at it. So some of these clothes that I saw, some of these woodwork that I saw, they don't have a market, number one, to go out there and be sold. But if you can't open a business, how are they supposed to better themselves? So there's a lot that needs to be out there so that we can continue to support people like this Sister Waithera and their community and what they're trying to do to improve the lives of these children with additional needs. Sister Waithera wants to know that she finds it a bit difficult to counsel parents that don't agree on how to parent their children. How would you advise her to go about it?
That's something that I have a bit of experience with. It's a very difficult situation because really family is everything.
Yeah.
And you just want to keep your family together at all costs. And often someone's mental health will break down because of this, and ultimately marriages do break up because of this. Yeah. It's a very difficult situation, and I think it stems from how men and women see things differently. Women are seen as the nurturers, the caregivers, and the men go out to work and basically feed their families. That's how the traditional roles are. Yeah. But I think we have to think outside the box with this and think, well, it doesn't matter if my next door neighbour does that. Yeah. We have to do what works for our family, and if our family works in a different dynamic, we have to do that. And it's just sitting down and actually talking. You need to talk to each other and communicate, really. And it's no one's fault that this is happening to families. It's just one of these things. And coming to a place where you can agree on something, even if it's a small, tiny thing, it could be a starting off point to open communication and dialogue. It's all about talking and saying how you feel and being open.
Yeah. And we also know it's a bit difficult because the parents are themselves, they're not the same. You might find the mom is more patient, the dad is not patient. Yeah. So there has to be a lot of patience within themselves as well, isn't it?
Yes, and also from the fact that in traditional society, men tend to keep their feelings bottled up, whereas women are seen to be more emotional creatures, so it's seen to be okay for them to cry or to be upset, and not much is said about it, whereas men feel they can't do that because then they'll appear less manly. We need to break that stigma down, because at the end of the day, you're a mum and you're a dad. You need to be a team to support your child effectively and give them the support they need from both of you as a team. And you just need to talk to each other. Talk.
And see, conversation is very important, as we all know, between even friends, between everybody. It might be if also hide a lot of
Oh
our
yes,
emotions.
yes.
We are very good in going to, I'm one of the people who do that. We are very good to hide ourselves in the bedroom and have a little cry.
Yeah.
Or some of us tend to clean. Some of us tend to just go for a drive.
Mm.
But sometimes being able to reach your insides where it hurts most, don't be scared to be vulnerable
No.
and let people know you're actually struggling. I remember there's a point I told somebody and said, what about, you all come to me when you have problems? What about me? And I remember there's somebody who answered me something I've never thought of. They said, you never show us that you're struggling, which is a very good point.
Yes.
Because we know how to hide it.
We're very good at hiding it. In fact, I hid it for so long that, to my detriment, that I did not want to be seen as not coping, because I felt it was a reflection on me personally, and that people would see me as a failure if I didn't cope with everything that life threw at me.
Yeah.
And looking at that now, I just think, how stupid were you to think that about yourself?
Yeah.
Nobody is that superhuman. We are all human, ordinary humans.
Yeah.
Whether you're neurodiverse or not, you're just simply a human being, and you have all these emotions inside you, and nobody puts that expectation on you, but you're actually, sometimes you put the expectation on yourself to be seen to be the coper. And women are seen generally as the nurturers, the caregivers, and the ones who can handle anything that life throws at them, but we're not.
Yeah.
We're actually not. We're human the same as everybody else.
That's very true.
And it isn't a failure to admit you're not coping. It's really not.
Yeah.
The failure is not asking for help when you can get it.
Yeah. I think we all need to do that. We need to check ourselves and just don't be scared to just come forward and let somebody know, even your own best friend, anyone who's there for you, just let them know today you're not doing all right, and it's okay. Today I can't cope, it's too much. It's okay to do that. But I think we also need a bit of support with the system. There isn't not much support up there, is there?
No, the system isn't really built for support. The system is basically what I would call a firefighting system. So if a fire breaks out, they throw some sand on it, fire extinguish it. They wait until the fire starts though, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
If you get my metaphor there.
Yeah.
Rather than actually trying to prevent fires, they wait until there's a fire and put it out. I mean, that's just a stupid system that's never going to work, because you'll run out of fire extinguisher or whatever, and then, or what happens?
Yeah.
You know, you need a system where you can be preemptive and try and prevent things getting to such a stage where there's a full-blown meltdown or whatever. You need to take steps to have things in place.
Yeah. Do you find sometimes there's a bit of taking the easy way out, like an escape? Because when you become one of them parents who is constantly voicing, the person who's trying to ask the question, someone who's trying to really understand what is happening, you get kind of being put in as a troublemaker.
Yes, actually, 100%, yes, I get that. Actually, on numerous occasions when I've had dealings with educational settings for my daughter, I felt I was being gaslit, basically, what you call gaslighting. They would turn the problem around and make me seem as if I was the problem for simply asking for things that she was entitled to. And I just think, that's wrong. That's actually abusive to do that. To gaslight somebody is a form of abuse. And if you can't deliver something, just say, I can't deliver that. You don't have to turn it around and make it their fault. It's never the person's fault, especially if someone's coming to you asking for support. They're reaching out, they're actually in a very vulnerable place.
Yeah. Okay, so I agree with that, and that is a very, very good point to make. So again, we encourage you to please join us as we continue to advocate for these children, as we continue to fight, to give them a voice, and let's all share our ideas, our experiences, and we see how to move forward and we really make a life better and more inclusive for these children. Thank you very much. We'll be back again with more questions. I am Priscilla, and this is Jenny, and we shall see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.